The debate and search is suddenly cancelled by the hot flash of diarrhea that has just slashed at his bowel. With difficulty and a tight-legged scurry, he finally finds a men's, whistle inside and collapses. Looking up from his relief, he thinks he must have stepped into some sort of time capsule. Mirrors and stainless steel, shining tubes and handles, all in a high-tech, high-chrome room. He is again surprised by how in certain details, buses, cars, modern toilets, Europe can seem so advanced, so post-space age. Emerging from the flush and stench, he makes for the glass doors and the wet black macadam outside. Walking fast, feeling the strain in his buttock, feeling the pain in his coccyx, Francis takes whatever street his feet choose to turn him into and finds himself following what was once the London Wall, going towards Bishopgate, and the church that his tourist map calls St. Ethelburga. Rain starting to pelt down, the sky like an oil spill at sea. To escape the sudden downpour, he runs, searching for shelter. He is aware of being in a black industrial setting. Trucks and a sweet rotten smell tell him that he is behind a meat market. He is reminded for a moment of the west end of 14th Street and the Chelsea meat market, hunting ground of gay cruisers, home of the Anvil Bar. Ahead, he is relieved and surprised to see a pub sign some 50 yards down the empty sodden street, the Anchor. It is packed inside the pub. Smoke, a raw band banging out thump and grind chords. As he gets to the bar, he looks back through the pack of the wet bodies and he sees a stripper bent over with her back to the crowd. As she drops her G-string and turns with a laugh and final strut around the small red stage. Cymbal crash as she leaves to laughter and cheers, hoots and whistles. Everyone seems to know everyone here, both on and off stage. Francis orders a pint and squeezes behind a table between a laughing West Indian with rows of gold chains and a rum-faced labourer with a large green snake tattooed on his forehand. The snake is biting its tail and is executed with exquisite craftsmanship. He sees Francis staring at the snake and starts to flex his forearm muscle. As he does so, the snake writhes. Eats it, see? Eats itself. Clever, what? I got it in China with her. Yeah, her, the one on the stage. Here comes the real thing now. Come on, Sally, off you go. Bring on your little Arthur. Francis looks away from the Ouroboros and up at the woman on stage. A huge woman, at least 6 foot, with a muscular build, and wrapped around her neck a 10-foot snake, thick as a thigh, an anaconda or a boa constrictor. The snake's body glistens in the red light. Its green and ink hues are crystallized by its scales. The snake holds its head up, and no matter how the woman moves, the head always seems to remain still as it carries out its impenetrable inspection of the crowd. Its only movement is the lightning flicker of its tongue. She starts to soar to the music, her hips undulating as though slowly working a hula hoop. With the snake balanced on her neck, she starts to strip, item by item, in the ancient movements of the world's most ubiquitous traditional dance. Once naked, the rich jungle camouflage of the snake bursts out against the long expanse of her light eggshell-colored flesh. The snake is now wrapped below and above her breast, squeezing the breast so that the nipple is extended. She turns and bends over, and the snake has to hold on to her not to slip off. With a hand behind her, she slips the small end of the tail inside her. She now bends further down, showing the crowd the snake holding her only by that one point, her breasts hanging down, the snake head between them, still looking serenely out at the now silent room as though it is lazily coiled on a tree limb and is surveying the passing meat below. She stands, releases the tail, and the snake begins to move around her in a flowing figure of 8. The crowd drinking, staring, mesmerized by the expanse of white skin with its one black furl and 2 red exclamations that are traveled by the green and black coils. With the final drum roll, she returns the tail to herself, holds the head, and while gyrating to the music, easily slips the head into herself, so that for a moment the circle is complete, head and tail joined within. She is quite still, as is the snake. She then pulls the head and tail out and holds the beast up over her head for the cheers of the crowd as she dances off stage. See what I mean? Sally and Arthur. Nice dance, really. Come on, Sally. The tattoo is still working on the forearm. Francis returning to his drink as though a hypnotist has released him. He feels a cold sweat creeping on his skin. He's been riveted and at the same time so intensely scared and mortified by the whole performance that he can feel the vomit rising in his chest. He drinks the beer and the long pull to bring him back and away from the dance. He feels trapped behind the table, stuck between these pint tossers. Where are you trying to get to then? Come on, mate, it's all right. Didn't expect that, did you? What happened if it fucking goes in all the way? Come on, where are you trying to get to then? As the tattoo speaks, the West Indian next to Francis is watching him study his sodden map as he spreads it out on the table. Ely Place, Jesus. I don't like snakes. Oh God, why does she do that? Ely Place, and then I have to get up to Soho, to the French pub. The West Indian chiming in, never heard of it, mate. Ely Place, he says, don't mind snakes. Sally loves them, but I hate eels, I hate them. My mum likes them jelly, but I hate them. Don't have them where I come from. Suppose you could do that with an eel? Do they die out of water? Here, Arthur, do you know where this place is? I don't think we have no Ely Places here in London. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead in this chapter until he gets to,
No, don't skip. Go.
It's a long way to the pub.
Go.
I'll have to go to Ely Place.
Longer way home.
I'll get a crease any minute.
Sebastian.
5 more minutes. I'm going to skip to the pub. We can't do Ely Place. The one thing I'll do on my...
Go 6 minutes.
Later at the pub.
Well, he does stop into Ely Place, and there his guidebook delineates the feast that Henry VIII had done. I just want to read the things they ordered for this feast at Ely Place. In 1531, 24 great beefs,
Those were the days.
1 carcass of an ox from the shambles, 100 fat muttons each, 51 great veals, 34 porks, 91 pigs, capons of Greece of 1 poulteret, 10 dozens apiece, capons of Kent, 9 dozens, 6 pullets, the best 21 twopenny piece each, swans, 13 dozen, larks, 340 dozen. The swans are presumed to be a royal gift. The party lasted for 3 weeks. That sums up Ely Place, the oldest Catholic church in England.